Hello, I'm Cinnamon, and I want to share with you why I'm sober. I'm recording this at exactly 4:20, and I just want to share with you a bit about my journey from being sober, my sobriety, my sobrocity, as I've coined it, from marijuana. I just want you to picture 2.5 months ago, I was sitting in my hotel room, had to be at work in a few hours, and I was high as hell. I was crying. I had just broken a tooth, and I knew what I was doing to my body at this point was poison. I had been smoking marijuana eating, edibles, everything, for about a year. I used to work in a dispensary. It got very heavy during that time, and I knew I was destined for something better. I was sitting in my room. It was adorable, but it had my vape, and I knew I no longer had control of who and what I did with my time. I knew I no longer had control of my mind. Deep, questioning thoughts, just feeling powerless to a plant, feeling as if I could not take care of myself, as if I couldn't see clearly, as if clear thoughts were no longer an option for me. I felt that way. I felt the way that this is just how I was, and I no longer wanted to be that person. I no longer wanted to be the person who had to be high first thing in the morning, afternoon, on break. I was getting high on my breaks, just even walking outside, even at nighttime. I felt I had to be high, and if I wasn't, that downslope, the lows were so low, and the highs never got back there. They never got back to the place where I thought I could be. I felt beholden to a substance, and that's something I never would want to do. I wasn't in charge of my mind. My mind was scatterbrained. My thoughts were everywhere. Not feeling in control is one of the worst things that I have been able to feel. I've been sober for about 2 months now. It's been some of the best knowing of my life. It's been some of the best time, and it's been hard. But I want to let you know that you are stronger than this. You are stronger than marijuana. You are stronger than alcohol. You are stronger than any substance you put in your body. You are worth it. And your mind will thank you. Your body will thank you. Your heart will thank you. Your lungs will thank you. I just want you to know you can do it. You can be sober. You can choose yourself. And there are times when it's like an edible will make it go better, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Having your mind is something that I would never take for granted again. I will never take for granted the knowing I can just get up and do my day. I can just get up and do my day without having to have a substance, having to stop what I'm doing, go get my bong and smoke, or get my vape and smoke, or have an edible, or anything. Having my mind is something that I will never trade again. And it feels like, oh, it's not that big a deal, but it's a slippery slope. And if you are someone like me who has been there, who feels like all they can do to get basic things done or go to events or be in public has to smoke, I encourage you to try sobriety. I encourage you to try sobrocity. I used to be a bud tender to shift lead, and I started smoking at 30. I'm 32 now. I stopped before I turned 32. I stopped in December 23rd, December 22nd, 23rd, something like that. So it's been about 2 months. When I tell you that the cravings have petered down to maybe 30%, and when I tell you my quality of life has gone up so much, my quality of life, my quality of being, my thoughts have changed so much. How I move in this world, what I see is possible for myself, and not being scatterbrained, not being confused, not being floopity floop, and constantly depressed and sad when I'm not high. The amazing transformation I've just seen in myself, honestly, and I just want you to know that you're worth it. You're worth taking a chance. You're worth being sober. And I will share with you an excerpt from my journal that I'm actually publishing called Sobrocity.